Welcome back to Nano Education. This is lesson 1 of the Electron JS series. So in this lecture, all I want to do is just introduce you guys to Electron JS. So we're just going to build our first app using Electron. So basically, I'm going to teach you guys like the basic start, like how would you start an app? And do not worry about what I'm writing right now. So like if you do not understand anything, we'll go line by line into in our future lectures, because I'm not gonna leave you guys off in the road not knowing what to do. So why are we starting with building an app? The reason we will start by creating an app is so you can have an overview of what you'll be doing. So like we will not cover any complex topics in this course, like in this lecture basically, but instead we'll just focus on loading the app and creating the front end basically. Like how do you use index.html with this? Or how do you get the app running so you can start creating it basically. Alright? So the question I might get is why we're not doing a hello world. So that is because a hello world app gives us a real life representation of only an H1 probably, or a P tag or a div tag, something like that. But it's a basic app, let's just say with just basic functionality, actually might open your mind towards something else. So what I'm trying to do is take you guys to different paths, like explore yourself out, like see what's the other possibilities. So that the app we're building is a check-in app. So we will learn the following concepts. We will learn how to install Electron. We'll learn how to create an Electron app.js file. We'll learn how to use HTML in Electron. We'll learn how to open our app and edit our app in our code editor. Alright, so I'll see you guys in the code. So inside of any folder that you may have, what we want to do is open our terminal. So on a Mac, you can press Control and the tailwind sign, something like that. And then on Windows, you can press the same actually, Control and the tailwind or back thingy, like right under the escape key. So inside of here, you want to go ahead and do an npm init -y. So basically what this does is that if I open this, create a package.json, and what goes ahead and does is that it creates basically a quick folder. So here is the project name. So it's like the instructions for our project, like details about it. So let's go ahead and edit the name. Let's call it check in. Alright? Anyone go and save, you can change it. And then for a description, we can say this is lesson 1 of the Electron JS series. Alright? So we can do that, alright? Do not worry about the scripts, we'll have one in just a second. Alright, now we want to go now you don't have to close it, but you want to now run. So if you're on a Mac, alright, specifically on the Mac, you want to run sudo, alright, sudo for administrative privileges, npm install -shave-dev electron. But if you're on a Windows machine, what you want to do is just run npm install -save-dev electron. Alright, same thing except without the sudo. So I'm on a Mac, so I'll run sudo npm install -save-dev. By the way, you need Node.js for this. That's one thing I forgot to mention. So electron. And then we'll just press enter and hope this works. So it will ask for your passwords. So you will definitely need Node.js for this, otherwise this is not going to work. npm comes with Node.js. Alright? And we're good. Alright. So since we haven't installed, we're going to close up our terminal. In this folder, in the production folder, what I want to go and do is go to our package.json. And you want to change the script from test to start. And then inside the curly braces, you want to do electron dot. That's it. That will basically say when we run, so in our terminal, when I do npm start, I want to run electron in that directory. Alright? So now we just want to create it. So what I want to do is create an index.js file. Not a JS file. Who asked for that? So we're going to create an index.js file. No wonder we couldn't recognize it. Alright. Inside of that, let's go ahead and require some. So this is like so if you know JavaScript, this should be very similar. So we're gonna do browser window. So we're basically pulling. So the curly braces, you're about to figure out. So require Electron. Alright? Basically, this is the equivalent of saying import this. So this is the equivalent of doing this. Browser window from Electron. So basically this is what we're doing. So if you like used ES6, ES7, like just to say React or something, this is what you've been used to. Alright? This is exact same as this. Alright? Except just that this is an import statement and our browser doesn't currently understand it. So we want to also have const path and we want to require it from path. And then we want to initiate a variable, a main window. So this is the window that will open when you run the script, which I'm going to explain. And then now we want to create a function which opens, like, will create the window because an app is obviously a window. So we want to create the browser window. By the way, you can get all of this from the documentation if you want to copy this. And then we'll do main window equals new, so a new browser window. And then we want to do parentheses and then curly braces. So inside the curly braces, you can specify like specific objects, like settings basically. But we do not need to do that. And then now, so what we're going to do now, hopefully this one will work, is we want to load the index.html of the app, right? So here's how you load it. So the main window, so why is this not formatting right? Format document with prettier. Alright, I wonder why is that. There we go. Now apparently, alright. So we want to do main window dot load file index.html. Alright, this is what we want to load. And then what I want to basically do, so let's gonna skip that for now. And then down here you just want to say app.on. So when the app is ready, we want to run the function create window. And then here you just want to create so inside the folder, let's create index.html. You can have a simple boilerplate, but you don't need a meta type. You can go ahead and call it check-in. And then each one of just app from check-in. And now you want to open your terminal and run npm start. So if that script we configure is going to do this for us. Voila! The app is running. App from check-in. Alright, we've done well. So now you're going to come back to your terminal. And now every time you make a change to your app, you have to quit the server and come back on. So we're going to do Control C. And then we'll quit the server, and then every time you want to refresh, you just rerun the server, alright? This is like sort of a mini server, okay? Now what I want to do is that when the main window is closed, we want the main window to be equal to null, alright? So we're going to do main window.on, so basically, so if it's closed, we want to run the function, alright? So this is a simple function of main window as being a null value. Mean that it's not defined basically, sort of thing, if you get what I mean. I covered this all in my JavaScript course. I probably did not get to this video yet at the time you're watching, but we will definitely get to this. Alright, now inside our index.html, we're gonna like figure out on the front end, just deal time on the front end. Now basically the front end is not a requirement for this, but just knowing this is a simple front end, so I don't think it's gonna hurt. So what we want to do is create a header. I'm going to go quite fast through this. We're going to have a nav with the class of navbar, and then navbar.expand -lg.navbar-dark and bg-dark. Alright, by the way, this is all Bootstrap classes. So what I've done is that I have imported Bootstrap. So what you can go ahead and do is just want to go to your browser. And you want to visit Bootswatch, that's what I'm using, and just choose a theme. Like, let's go and choose the Pulse. So We're just gonna copy the link address, come back, and then we're gonna link it. And hopefully, it actually did something. So, we have that navbar. We want to have a navbar-brand, which will go ahead and go nowhere, it doesn't matter. And then we're going to do check in app. So let's go see how it looks. npm start. So, we got this. Alright? So what we've done is that once the app is closed, we want to go and quit the server. That's what it's basically doing for us. What I've set up. So now we want to create a section. Inside the section we have a container. So inside the container we have a h2 with the class of margin top 3, which says check-in. Alright? If you want, you can actually open this file like using just from the file explorer or a live server and just view this file as ready. So then we want to do like a lorem 20. Alright? So there's 20 words of lorem and HR. Right, to split the content, and now we can start our check-in form. So there's no backend functionality of this, but still it's a good thing to know. So form group. So we have a label for name, which takes name, and an input of the class of form-control. Alright? And then we want a placeholder of full name. So what we can now do is basically take this form group and replace it. So now our next one is email. So we're going to replace it. And the type of the input is going to say email. And we'll say email. So if I save, that should format. And then finally we have, so this one is appointment. So appointment time. So if you never knew about this, so you're about to figure out, learn something new. If you never, there's a type of time. Alright, and then we'll say appointment time. Alright, so there's an HTML type for the form, a time one. So now we want to go ahead and right below this form group div, I want to have a submit button. So we'll just input submit. So we want the class to be a btn.btn-outline-primary, which has a value of submit. Let's go see how this looks. Alright, we have created a full check-in application. And then one thing you'll notice, we have a time, so I can enter in the time I want. Alright, not bad. It's very functional. So we'll be adding backend functionality through this. In the later video, but this is just, oh wait, like think about it like this. Like we could obviously larger up the font, but think about it in this way, like you had it open to, like, you know, clients to view, like when, let's say a client comes in, this is like your kiosk, you can actually do that. And then to look, now you may notice, so if you have a Mac, you'll see that it says Electron. And then when we click on About Check-in, that's the app name, right? So we made it as check-in. So it's running on Electron, right? And then when you publish the app, it won't say that. It'll say whatever you want it to. And you will learn on how to change these. So you can actually get extra like options for these. So it's pretty cool stuff that we will have. And we have toggle developer tools. But this is running on the Chrome engine, right? So these are some basically possibilities with Electron JS, and I'll see you guys in the next lecture.